Hey Floss Tube, it's December 16th. It's about 2 o'clock and I'm ready for my November and December update. I have a list of things to show. I hope you all have had a good start to the holiday season, and I kind of just want to get into my stuff. So I have a list of like things that I'm going to go through. So if I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at that. And I do have some finishes. There's one finish that I did that I sent off already. It was given as a gift, and I made another video about it, so I will try to insert it here with this video, but if it doesn't work, then I'll insert an image. Alright, good morning, Floss Tube. So I wanted to do a shorter video because I'll just insert this into my, whenever I do my November or December one. But I just want to show two finishes because they are gifts and I might not have them to show if I decide to film in January. So this is just in case, but definitely one of them won't be around to show. And I did want to film even though I am here in my pajamas right now because I'm about to leave to give away one of these as a gift. So I was working on Stitch Rovia's Noel piece, and I finally finished it and I framed it and everything, and I just wanted to share. This is not my best framing job, but I did want to share the finish without, there's just so much glare, but it's kind of hard to see, but maybe if I hold it back. But I absolutely love how this turned out, and I haven't framed in a super long time, so this took me a few hours to do yesterday. And it's a cheap frame I got from Michael's, so I also made it so that it's not super permanent in case she hates the frame and she wants to change it. I will help her put it on another piece of board. And because I also realized when I brought it home from Michael's that this here is not actual glass, it's like a plastic, so that sort of made me really upset. And I did this on a shiny, it's on a 14 count, I forget the name of it, but it's one of the shiny DMC brand Idas. I don't know if you can see the sparkles. Sort of can, a little bit in the light. It's very sparkly. And I didn't make any changes. I followed the pattern as is, and I used just regular DMC floss. So that's one of my finishes. My other finish is for my boyfriend's mom, and I didn't know what to get her this year. This would be our first Christmas together, and I decided to make them an ornament for their Christmas tree. And this is from, I can show the issue in case you guys want to do it yourself, but I'll show the ornament first. Oh my gosh, I literally just woke up and I found out that I'm leaving soon to give away the Noel piece, so I wanted to film this super quick. But I made this ornament of a nativity scene, and I believe the pattern is from Just Cross Stitch. I'll show the issue in case you are wondering. It's, oh my gosh, so terrible with the glare. And this is my first time that I finish a project that has back stitching and fractional stitching. I have never finished a project with those two. I will try to insert high quality pictures when possible. Working on getting some other video editing software. And I didn't do anything special, but I found it, this was also an ornament frame I got from Michael's, and oh my God, I saw the cat was licking himself. I found it really hard to get the piece to fit inside. So what I did was I just cut, I was so scared, I just cut a piece of felt and I glued it to the Ida and I cut around it, which was pretty cool. But scary at the same time because it had to be very perfect. I couldn't go back once I made that decision. And then I was able to fit it inside of this frame because it wasn't fitting otherwise. This frame I just got from Michael's, and it's another one that doesn't have real glass in the front here, and I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of wish they would tell you on the packaging because I prefer real glass, but if it's going to be an ornament and fall on a tree, I guess it's better if it's not glass. So that project was from, or maybe it's from this one. Let me see, I have to check. My boyfriend came to visit me and he brought me a whole bunch of magazines that I will also show in my haul video portion of this segment if I end up uploading this video in that way. Oh, so it was from this issue. I never know where to find the month, but it's from this issue of Cross Stitch Crazy that I got that nativity scene from, and I'm trying to see if I find the person who made it. I'm not sure, but it came in a set that you can make a little book out of all of the patterns, and so I did this one here. First time with back stitching and fractional stitching, and I think I did pretty good. One more small finish. I actually had another small finish, but I mailed it out, so I will insert a picture of that finish instead. So I made Mario socks for people who subscribe to me on Patreon via my Twitch account or who watch me on Twitch. I don't know, I'll link it below. I'm still sleeping right now. But I made this for my boyfriend's sister. It's a small little Lady Thor keychain. Just used some plastic Ida. I used a perler bead pattern for the design, and I just matched DMC color, so nothing fancy. I added a little bit of polyfill to give it some poofiness, and that's it. I don't know if I have any other finishes to show you right now. These two, were just sort of time sensitive because I'm giving them away very soon. So I will hopefully cut back to the rest of my video if I figure out how to do editing that way. It'll just be really weird if I can't get any of this inserting stuff to work. But anywho, let's get started with the finishes. So I have a FFO, which I rarely have any of those. I made an ornament for, and this might also be in the one that I'm inserting. I can't remember. It might be there. But either way, I'll show it again. There's a lot of glare on it. But I made a nativity scene from, I believe this is one of the Just Cross Stitch issues. I'll link all of the issues and stuff below in case I don't get it just right. I stitched it on 14 count Ida fabric that I hand dyed myself in that kind of like orangey yellowy color, and this was my first time completing a project that had back stitching in it and fractional stitching, so I didn't have any experience with that before. And this little ornament frame I got from Michael's, and they were on sale for about $10, and it worked out perfectly fine. It was kind of hard to get it in here, so I was so scared. Like I glued it to a piece of felt and then I cut around it, and I was like, this is super permanent. I hope I don't ruin it. But yep, this will be for my boyfriend's mom for Christmas. I hope they like it. It's my first time adding my initials on it as well. I've never done that before. And on here I think it came out pretty cool. So that's one of my finishes. I make a lot of keychains and stuff like that on my Twitch channel, and this was another one that I made. It's just a little fox. The pattern I got as a perler pattern from Candy Designs, or no, candypatterns.com. So I use a lot of perler bead patterns and just match them to whatever floss colors I have. I also made a pusheen. These I typically give away on my stream. So if you watch me live on Twitch, I generally host some giveaways for reaching certain goals. And these are all stitched on 14 count plastic Ida canvas, and I stuffed them lightly with some polyfill and I backed them with felt. And I love making these. They come out so cute, and they're like a nice small finish that you feel really good about, rather than like, I feel like I never experience finishing things because I'm usually doing really big projects. Also finished this Caterpie, and this is also another free pattern available on birdiestitching.com, and I'll include a link on the bottom. A little shiny Caterpie. This one is actually with a keychain attachment and also with some stuffing and backed with felt. And then last one is a gift I made for my boyfriend's sister. It's a little Lady Thor, and this is also another Perler bee pattern that I used. I think I just googled Lady Thor and it came up, and I matched my floss to it and made a keychain out of it. Those are my finishes. I do have a Mario and a boot that I sent to my patrons for last month, so if it works I will insert a picture of it here. If it doesn't work, then that's okay. And I also finished a little Christmas cat ornament, but I honestly have not been able to find it, so I may have to put it in my next video. I don't know where I put that one away. Okay, but on to my whips. So I'm going to be showing the Megaman X stage select screen, and if it works, I will insert a picture of what the finished piece looks like here. And then I'll also insert what it looked like the last time you saw it. And I don't think I've made much progress on it since then, but here is what it looks like now. And this is stitched on 18 count Ida, and I'm just using DMC colors. This pattern is one that I charted myself, so it's not available. And I'm still on this 10th panel. I've been trying to rotate, so work on one project for 5 days and then work on another for 5 days, but with all the Christmas stitching I was doing, I really neglected all of my bigger whips if they were not Christmas themed. Like, I really wanted to finish the Noel stitch for my brother's wife, which I did finish, and I wanted to finish the ornament for my boyfriend's mom. So those are out of the way, so now hopefully now I will be stitching more regularly on these pieces. Another one of my whips is the Epic Pokemon piece by Lord Lebiden. I will insert a picture of the finished stitch here. And I'll also insert what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is what it looks like now. I honestly cannot remember where we were last time because I'm recording this video a little bit rushed, because it's right now really quiet in my apartment, and I feel like it's a good time to record. I do know I finished another panel here, so Flareon is coming in, Jolteon, Aerodactyl, is that, I think it's Rhydon is here, Nidoking is there, Omastar is coming out down here, and Gyarados is over there. So I've made quite a bit of progress on this one. This is another free pattern, and I'll link it in the description below. I'm stitching mine on 28 count even weave, 2/1, but I'm doing tent stitching, so I'm only doing half stitches on this piece. And I really love it, and it's one of my favorites. And if you'd like to also stitch one of these Epic Pokemon pieces with us, I have been using the hashtag Epic Pokemon Sal, because I love looking at everyone's progress on their Epic Pokemon pieces. So if you would like to join us, it doesn't matter which one you're working on, it can be any of them. Just feel free to use that hashtag. My computer monitor screen just turned on, and it actually is giving some better lighting to these pieces, so I'm gonna leave it on. That was unexpected. Okay. And I have another whip that was hibernating since about August that I am now taking out of hibernation, and it is my Super Metroid Boss Statue Room. And I will try to dig around for what it looked like the last time we saw it, because I think I did show it. If you're wondering what that sound is, it's our heat coming up. I live in a really old building. And then I'll also insert a picture of what it looked like the last time I showed it, or what it will look like completed, one of those orders. And it hasn't changed because I haven't worked on it, but I'll show it anyway. And I did take a break from this piece due to the frustration of stitching it on black Ida and stitching the black stitching on it. I also took a break because the water is filled of confetti and I just really kind of got frustrated with it and I had to put it down. And so in exchange, I picked up some Christmas stitching in August instead of working on this piece. But I'm planning on taking it out of hibernation and it's coming back into my rotation. And this will be a gift for my brother. And I'll also include a link to where I bought the pattern on Etsy. I know I stitch a lot of geeky things and I totally understand if it's not your style. And I totally appreciate everyone who subscribes and watches my Floss Tube videos. And I want to thank you guys for that. Sorry, I get like really nervous. Okay. Oh, so let's move on to new starts. So I did start a few new pieces since the last time. And one of them that I started was a shiny Zorua by, I'll insert a picture of what it looks like finished. And this is a pattern by Charlie Minion, who is another Twitch TV cross stitcher and pattern creator. And this is what I have done in it so far. So it's not much. And I don't think it was started last time when I made a video. I think it was in my plans. And I'm stitching it on 14 count Ida that I hand dyed myself with red dyes, yellow and orange. So it kind of gives it like a little sunset background looking. And this is one of my new needle minders. I am now in love with needle minders. I don't know how I lived without them before, but super cute. And stitching this 2/1. And this needle minder, I also include a link to where I got it. I've gotten so far all of my needle minders except for one in the same place, and the Etsy store is A Needle Runs Through It. So that's one of my new starts. Another new start I have is the Death Bell by another cross stitch streamer and pattern creator, Siri, and I'll also link her Etsy store and her Twitch channel below. Don't have much done on this yet, just some back stitching, and I started it here. And this pattern will also include some Cray knit, and it'll be the first time that I'm using any kind of, no, that's not true, any metallic thread that is not DMC. So I'm kind of excited to use some Cray knit. Again, not much done. Same with this project because I just started them, but then I really got involved in my Christmas stitching. That was a little bit more time sensitive for me to finish. Another new start, which I love, and my kit finally came in, I think a week ago, is the Class Schedule Sal by Armada Designs. And the fabric is Dusk. It's 16 count Ida Dusk from Picture This Plus. And I've never used any hand dyed fabric online. Like, so far the only dyed fabrics I've used have been my own. This is my first time using one that I haven't dyed myself, and I love it so far. It's so soft, and I don't have much done, and I really need to get the title and the boxes done before the first piece is released on January 1st. And I love the needle minder. If you are a Harry Potter fan like me, you will appreciate this needle minder. Accio needle. I love, love, love it. So excited about this. And one of my other new starts, I feel like I have a ton, I'm also doing the Tiny Christmas Sal by Armada Designs. And I'm currently behind. I'm only on day 14, and I believe at this point we're up to day 16. So I super need to catch up. And I'm doing this on the called for 16 count white Ida. And the needle minder is also from A Needle Runs Through It on Etsy. These snowflakes were a pain in the butt for me to do, but this is coming out so adorable. And since it's a sal for each day of December, I don't know what it's going to look like yet. Let's see. I do have some plans, and some of the plans were the same from my other video. I do want to still start that giraffe from just Cross Stitch Crazy magazine. I don't have the issue really close to me right now, but I will try to insert a picture of it if I can. I did hand dye some fabric for it, so I really want to get started on that soon. I also want to start this kit that I got from K Warning, who is 8-Bit Stitch on Etsy, and she is also a Twitch cross stitcher and pattern creator, and I won one of her kits online for I forget what it's a glow in the dark unicorn. So it'll be another chance for me to use some Cray, and I'll try to insert a picture of what it looks like finished here, but I'm super excited to start it. So that's another one of my plans. And another plan that I would like to do is if you are nerdy and love The Legend of Zelda, I want to stitch the Dark World map from A Link to the Past. I have a link to a pattern for it on Etsy, and I will insert a picture of what it looks like when it'll be finished here. Haven't started it yet, haven't cut the fabric, haven't gotten the floss, so it's one of my plans for 2018. So I want to keep working on these whips until the end of the year, and then I will start that one. I really do love big projects, so it's one that I'm really looking forward to. And my sister, who is also a cross stitcher, has finished the Light World version, and I'll try to insert, if I can, a picture of her finished Light World version here. It looks amazing, and it took her about maybe 8 months to a year. I can't fully recall, but she's not currently stitching much anymore. So I do have a bit of haul. I do want to share some of the magazines that my boyfriend got for me when he came to visit me for Thanksgiving. And he got me Enjoy Cross Stitching that came with some these little cute things to make. And I think I did stitch something from here. No, I want to show some of them, but they are just the charts. So let me see if I can find the picture of the one. I bookmarked the chart, but not, oh, there it goes. I would love to try to stitch this little snowman for my boyfriend's mom. She absolutely loves snowmen. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but I would like to stitch this little guy. He looks super cute. And there's a lot of other super adorable patterns in that magazine. And he also brought for me the, I don't know what month it is, but Cross Stitch Crazy. And this is where I stitched this ornament from, now that I see it in the corner. So if you would like to make this ornament, it actually comes in a pattern book inside that you rip out the pages and make your own little pamphlet from, but I don't want to do that. And it came with, so yeah, I'll show you guys. So I did this one down here for him. So it's in this issue of the magazine. Also want to see if I have the chart that was included. This one was included with the Enjoy Cross Stitching at Christmas magazine, which I super love, love, love. These cats are so cute. I love cats, and I love orange fat cats, and this is the best. So I might have to do it for next year. And I know there was one that came with the Cross Stitch Crazy, but I'm not seeing it right now. Alright. I did buy my first ever Blackbird Designs. I believe it was Calico Stitches on Floss Tube. If I got your name wrong, I'm super sorry. I will correct it in the description, or if I can insert something at the bottom here, that would be great. But she was stitching a Blackbird design, and I had to go on, I think I got this from 123 Stitch, and look at them myself. And so I picked up She Sights a Bird, and I mainly got it because the cat is really cute. I have a thing for cats, of course. Black cats in particular, but I love this cat. And I don't know if I'm going to stitch the alphabet in it or if I might just write my own message. I don't know. But I can't wait to do that. If you guys don't know, I am obsessed with Tangled and Rapunzel. I feel like it is me and my boyfriend's movie. It was the first movie we watched together, and I absolutely love it. I feel like she is like one of my favorite Disney princesses for being just like real and vulnerable. And so I picked up this, I think it's Thomas Kincaid, the 5x7 version. I am on the search for the really huge one, but I cannot find it, and I am so super sad about that. But I did manage, I think I got this one on 123 Stitch, and that's how I also got the Blackbird design, because no chart can travel alone. But this is in my plans eventually. I absolutely love Rapunzel and Tangled. Let's see. Oh, my boyfriend got me. I was missing these colors. I have the entire DMC collection, and I charted a design. I used PC Stitch for making my own patterns, and it gave me a color, and I was like, this can't exist. And it's actually because it's in this box that was released, I believe, pretty long ago. I don't remember when, but they still don't sell the colors individually, and this is the only way to get them. So he bought me 2 boxes of this stuff, and I love them. I really love the orange. I love the purples. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. He is the best, and he is an enabler for all of my stitchy things. Another piece of haul that I got is I love Jane Austen. I am a huge Pride and Prejudice fan. I watch the movie all the time, the 2005 version and the BBC version. I love Mr. Darcy, and yeah, I love everything Pride and Prejudice. I reread the novel at least once a year, and so I got this needle minder. I don't know if it's going to focus on it. And this is also from A Needle Runs Through It on Etsy. And I really love her needle minders because they're wooden and they are not heavy, so they're really lightweight. And it says, "You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you." Love it. Love it. Love it. And I finally did it, guys. I got my first Heaven and Earth design. And the first one that I got it during the 50% off sale that they held last week. I got the mini version of the Witching Hour. Can you see where I got it? There's a little black cat. That looks so cute. Had to have it. Got the mini version even though it's still big. Don't know when I'm going to start it. But my first ever Heaven and Earth design. Also got this one. Warm at Home. Love, love, love cats. Had to get 2 charts. Even if they're digital, they cannot travel alone. So I can't wait to start those. I don't know when I am starting them. Also, not really haul, but I consider it a little bit because I did buy some fabric dye. I did dye another piece of 14 count Ida. I've been dyeing really small pieces because I'm sort of scared to dye a larger piece yet, and I'm still testing out dyeing fabrics in general. Really love this one. I did dye some more, but I sent it out to my Secret Santa on Discord. Here goes another one. This one's like a blue, and it has a little bit of like an emerald in it I used, but it's not really showing up too well. Both 14 count. Great for small projects. And I think that is it. I guess I should do a little bit of life update if you guys are interested. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a kindergarten special education teacher, and work has been absolutely exhausting, which is why I have not had as much stitchy time other than making small keychains or Christmas designs. I've been coming home from work super late every day, so I've been really exhausted. And my boyfriend visited me over Thanksgiving, so I spent most of my time with him and not doing so much stitchy stuff. And I will also be going off to visit him on Saturday. So we are in a long distance relationship and making it work, and it's been great because we try to spend and schedule as much time together, and Skype has really changed long distance dating. I don't know if I would have been able to do this without Skype, but we met on Twitch, and I love Twitch. If you guys don't know and are new to my channel, I am a cross-stitcher on Twitch TV. So Twitch TV is mainly known for live streaming video games, but it also has a creative section to it, and there is a large community of us cross-stitchers who cross-stitch live on Twitch. So if you ever want to check us out, you can check me out at twitch.tv/JennaXStitches. I will also leave a link to that in my description. And you can also check out my Twitch stitching team. We have a team of cross-stitchers who all stream on Twitch and interact with our viewers and answer questions while we make our crafts live, and it's really amazing. You can visit us at twitchstitch.com, and we also have some tutorials on there that our Twitch team leader Siri has been making, and it's been great. So definitely check us out there. Just give me 1 second. All right, I paused for a second. I also wanted to share the books I've been reading. I think it's the Ladybird Stitcher. Hi, Ladybird Stitcher. Who also shares about books that she's finished reading between her videos. I finished reading, I'm really into the Warriors series. It is a series for like children, but it is amazing and I love it. And I'm on I believe this is the third. Like it has series of certain amount of books. I can't even think right now. And I'm on the third one. Yes, this is the Power of Three series, and I just finished the third installment called Outcast. A really great read. And really easy read too. And I also finished... Okay. I also read manga, and I'm into anime and stuff like that, and I finished the K-On! College manga. So those were my 2 book finishes. I think I had one more, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, and before I go, I've also done some knitting. So I finished a mitten. And I'm going to hopefully be finishing the other one very soon before I leave on my trip to visit my boyfriend. And I think that is it. I'll probably be making another video probably at the end of January or end of February as an update. I don't know if I can do the videos every month, but I could try. Thank you for everyone who subscribes and comments. I have been watching a ton of Floss Tube, I have to say, but I am very behind. I have like 20 videos in my watch later list, and I found that watching the videos on 1.25 speed is amazing and saves a lot of time without like distorting any of the volume. So I'm super trying to catch up on that, and which means I haven't been looking at many new videos, so I do want to try to find some new floss tubers. That would be awesome. But I hope you all have a good holiday and have a lot of stitchy time, and that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye.